Hello, my dear fan base. um, yeah, so the reason that I am here and I am making this video is to update the people that follow me on my podcast channel. Um, I haven't really been posting much content lately just because, well, in January and February, I was in school, still am in school, still the spring semester, even though we're transferring to the online format. Um, but, I was just really busy with school. And then also, I started a new job, so that took up a lot of my time. Um, and then in March, my intentions were to bump out a bunch of podcasts or at least record a bunch and then have enough that I could release one each week. Because usually that would be my goal if I didn't have so many things going on, is that I would release one podcast out to you guys each week to see. Um, but obviously, everything is kind of shaken up right now with the whole coronavirus. I've had a few people that I was supposed to have come on the podcast, and then they wanted to not come on, obviously, because of, right now everything's kind of up in the air. Everything's very scary. Um, I guess, a lot of people are just really like unsure as to what to think, what to do, what are the necessary steps they need to take to stay safe. Should we go outside? Should we talk to people? You would think that a podcast would be a little bit safer of a format just because it's two people. It's just me and the person that I'm talking to. But yeah, I don't know. It's very weird times that we're living in. But yeah, I just wanted to update my channel because it's still my intentions to bump out a lot of podcasts. So I mean, really, it's just up to you guys, whoever wants to come on, because I've been trying to plan podcasts, but it just hasn't worked. And so yeah, I just wanted to give an update to tell people that I'm not. It's not like I'm stopping. It's still something that I want to put a lot of attention and effort into. It's just, I think, like a matter of time. I'm not the only one that's affected by the coronavirus. Obviously, our whole society has kind of been struck to the core. It's kind of crazy because just going through this, I think we see how much like we place our time on things that I think distract us, whether that be, entertainment, which I think entertainment is valuable because there's a lot of things that we watch, especially on like TV or whatever, that, we enjoy. Um, but I think with the coronavirus, it's somewhat, given us all this time that we're not used to having because we're so used to moving all the time, just like never taking a break to like sit down, think about our thoughts, and do something productive with our time other than look at a screen. I mean, it's even been hard for me ever since this has happened because I'm like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? Um, but I think it's a perfect time for us to all talk about that stuff and just enjoy each other's company, although we're not allowed to really be around each other, so it's kind of weird. um Hold on. I don't know about you guys, but coffee is the reason that I live. uh yeah, but just a continuation of what I was saying before. um I don't know. I think like just these times in general, we're all kind of like scrambling and trying to figure out what it is that we should be doing. But I think in some odd way, it's the reverse, is to tell us all to slow down, um, and take more time for ourselves. So even though at first I think I reacted pretty selfishly to this whole thing because I'm like, oh man, this really cuts into what I want to do with podcasts. It's like, as long as people support me, they'll always be there. And as long as we get through this, there'll still be time to talk to people. Um, and what's important most right now is just to take care of people and to make sure that we're safe, quarantine and, try and not spread this thing. Um, I've seen videos of people still partying for spring break down in Florida, and it's just crazy, dude. I mean, like, I still want to go outside, and the only thing that I've done when I've gone outside is like I've, rode my penny board, or like I'll play basketball in the driveway. But that's not like a huge gathering of people where, if you do have it, you're spreading it to others. It's a perfect place for a cesspool, like coronavirus to develop and mutate, which is the scary thing, is like it can just get bigger and rapidly multiply and transform into I don't even know. Like, that's the thing, is like we have an idea of what it is, but we don't, we're still trying to like catch up and mitigate the damage that this thing could cause to a lot of people. So um yeah, it's just really weird times, really. I try not to think about it too much, just because it bugs me out. Like, it just messes with my head. But it is certainly weird, like, we haven't really ever had to deal with this. I mean, not in my lifetime, at least. I'm only 23 years old, but there's nothing that I can remember other than 9/11. But that didn't, I don't think 9/11, I mean, it's definitely like made people rethink their values, because we rebounded as a nation. It kind of unified us together to fight that thing, that terrorist presence. But this is a sickness. It's not necessarily. I mean, it is an enemy, but it's not like physical. It's not something you can see. It's like it's just kind of covert. It's like under the rug. It just kind of sneaks up on you and bites you in the ass. So um, yeah, really, just my intention behind this video is to tell people that, like, I'm still trying to do podcast. Um, I need to come up with a title. I actually have one, and I think here soon that'll probably be my next update, is to finally release it, or finally, make it like that. That's the new. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It doesn't even make sense. But essentially, I have the title. I just haven't put it out there. I haven't released it. I haven't made my channel under that title. So, yeah, I just want to inform people that, like, I'm still here. I'm still open and inviting to anybody that wants to come on the podcast. Again, I understand that people are probably taking a lot of cautionary measures to stay safe, but I think that if it's two people, I don't think that would be too bad, as long as you don't think you have it. The only problem is like no places are really open to do a podcast, so it'd either have to be done at home, can't really be done in a public place. But I like doing my podcast somewhere that's quiet, so the audio comes through. But yeah, so if any of you guys are interested in coming on a podcast, let me know. I have a lot of free time now, and school is going to the online format. So that's going to be something to manage. That's going to be something to go through. I don't really know how it's going to go, but that doesn't require you to be in person. So, I mean, it's really up to you to do it. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I hope you're quarantining properly. I hope you're washing your hands. And I just want to let y'all know that here soon I will have some more podcasts for you guys. So just stay tuned. All right. Love you guys. Drink some coffee.